Donovan Mitchell was ranked as the 17th best guard in the 2015 college basketball recruiting class, so we're the 16 guards ranked higher than him now. To start, just in front of him at number 16 is Jalen Coleman-Lands, coming in Indianapolis, Indiana, who committed to play for Illinois. And he played for just about every single school, as he played 2 years at Illinois before transferring to DePaul for 2 seasons, and then transferring to Iowa State and finishing up his college basketball career at Kansas. And overall, he was a solid college basketball player and is now currently an associate financial representative. And cracking into the top 15 is Jalen Adams, coming in at Ashburnham, Massachusetts, who committed to play for Connecticut. And he was an extremely good college basketball player in his 4 seasons with the Huskies, but would sadly go undrafted in 2019, signing with the Pelicans. After that, he never played a minute in the NBA, bouncing around many different leagues and currently playing in the Israeli Basketball Premier League. And coming in at number 14 is Jalen Brunson, coming in at Lincolnshire, Illinois, who committed to play for Villanova. And in his 3 years at Villanova, he improved every season, having a dominant junior season there where he won 2 national championships, was the National College Player of the Year and the Big East Player of the Year. And he would go on to be selected in the second round of the 2018 NBA draft by the Mavericks, where he was overall kind of disappointing in his 4 years there before joining the Knicks, where he's become one of the better players in the entire NBA, making 2 All-Star appearances. And at number 13 is LeGerald Vick, coming in at Memphis, Tennessee, who committed to play for Kansas. And he was a solid college basketball player in his 4 years with the Jayhawks, but was never amazing, going undrafted in 2019 and going to play overseas in Taiwan. After that, he bounced around many different leagues and teams, last playing in New Zealand. And coming in at number 12 is Malik Beasley, coming in at Alpharetta, Georgia, who committed to play for Florida State. And he was amazing in his 1 year with the Seminoles, averaging 15.6 points a game and would be selected 19th overall in the 2016 NBA draft by Denver. And since then, he's never been a superstar, but has been a great role player in the league, currently playing for the Pistons. And at number 11 is Tyler Dorsey, coming out of Los Angeles, California, who committed to play for Oregon. And in his 2 years with the Ducks, he was an extremely consistent and solid player for them and would be selected in the second round of the 2017 NBA draft by Atlanta. After that, he would go on to play 4 seasons in the NBA before bouncing around many different leagues and teams, currently playing in Greece. And cracking into the top 10 is PJ Dozier, coming out of Columbia, South Carolina, who committed to play for South Carolina. And in his 2 years of college basketball, he was a solid player, but was never that great, going undrafted in 2017, signing with the Lakers. After that, he actually did make the NBA, bouncing around many different teams, and is now currently playing in Turkey. And coming in at number 9 is Luke Kennard, coming out of Franklin, Ohio, who committed to play for Duke. And he had a dominant sophomore season at Duke in 2017, as he's named a consensus second-team All-American and the ACC Tournament MVP. And this allowed him to be selected 12th overall in the 2017 NBA draft, where overall he's been kind of disappointing in the league. And at number 8 is Jawan Evans, coming out of Dallas, Texas, who committed to play for Oklahoma State. And he was dominant in his second season at Oklahoma State, averaging 19.2 points, as he was named the Big 12 Freshman of the Year and a third-team All-American. And this allowed him to be picked in the second round of the 2017 NBA draft, where overall he never really did that much in the league. After that, he bounced around many different leagues and teams and is currently playing in the Polish Basketball League. And coming in at number 7 is Derek Thornton, coming in at Henderson, Nevada, who committed to play for Duke. And he played 1 year at Duke before transferring to USC, where he wasn't very great, and then finishing up his career at Boston College. After that, though, he sadly went undrafted, playing overseas and currently playing in the Austrian Basketball League. And at number 6 is Isaiah Briscoe, coming in at Newark, New Jersey, who committed to play for Kentucky. And in his 2 years of college basketball with the Wildcats, he was a good player, but was never that amazing. So he went undrafted in 2017, signing with the 76ers, and he did get to play 1 season in the NBA before bouncing around many different leagues and teams, and is now currently playing overseas in Indonesia. And cracking into the top 5 is Antonio Blakeney, coming out of Sarasota, Florida, who committed to play for LSU. And he was a great scorer in his 2 years with the Tigers, but would go undrafted in 2017, signing with the Chicago Bulls, where he actually got to play 2 seasons in the NBA. After that, though, he's now currently playing in the Israeli Basketball League. And coming in at number 4 is Jamal Murray, coming out of Toronto, Ontario, who committed to play for Kentucky. And he was dominant in his 1 year with the Wildcats, averaging 20 points a game, as he was named a first-team All-SEC selection and a third-team All-American. And this allowed him to be picked 7th overall in the 2016 NBA draft by Denver, where he's improving every single season, becoming a star player for them. And cracking into the top 3 is Dwayne Bacon, coming out of Mouth of Wilson, Virginia, who committed to play for Florida State. He was an extremely good scorer in his 2 years of college basketball with the Seminoles and would be picked in the second round of the 2017 NBA draft by New Orleans. After that, he played 4 years in the NBA before he's now currently playing in the Russian Basketball League. And coming in at number 2 is Malik Newman, coming out of Jackson, Mississippi, who committed to play for Mississippi State. And he was solid in his 1 year with the Bulldogs before transferring to Kansas, where he was great, averaging 14.2 points a game, as he was named the Big 12 Newcomer of the Year. Sadly, though, he still went undrafted in 2018, signing with the Lakers, where he actually got to play 2 seasons in the NBA. After that, though, he bounced around and is now currently playing in Turkey. And at number 1 is Alonzo Trier, coming out of Rockville, Maryland, who committed to play for Arizona. And he was truly amazing in his 3 years with the Wildcats, being named a first-team All-Pac-12 selection and the Pac-12 Tournament MOP. Sadly, though, he still went undrafted in 2018, signing with the Knicks, where he got to play 2 seasons in the NBA, being a solid player, but is now currently playing in the G League.